Member for Vermilion-Lloydminster.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I have observed with growing dismay the deterioration of civility in our political debate, both inside and outside of this august chamber. We see it nearly every day in question period, which some will dismiss as the thrust and parry of political theatre, but this week, particularly on Monday afternoon and earlier this morning, it became even more pervasive during our regular debates. It is not something we should be proud of. When we stop listening to each other, when we stop being honourable members, we all do Albertans a disservice. But just as the deliberate use of over-the-top rhetoric is a problem in an attempt to inflate those with whom we disagree, instead of finding some common middle ground as when working from that point, we entrench ourselves in non-productive hyper-partisanship. There are, of course, rare occasions where we agree and put partisan politics aside. Recent examples include Government Bill 2 or the member from Bonnyville-Cold Lakes Bill 202. These are good pieces of legislation, and I applaud members on both sides of the Assembly for supporting them. But these instances of collaboration instead of confrontation are refreshing, but sadly they are all too rare. I know that it is popular, or perhaps good politics, to dredge up the past, but the reality is that we need to face today's problems today. Alberta has no shortage of challenges that demand our energy and diligence, not acrimony and dissent. It's small wonder that people here in Alberta and around the world are becoming disenchanted and more disengaged in the political process. Now, in a few hours, this government will introduce its third budget. I will make a bold prediction that one side of the Assembly will see it as bold and brilliant and visionary, and the other side will see it as short-sighted and catastrophic. And the reality is that both assessments are wrong. Just as our job as legislators is to go through this, we must go through this legislation, this budget, with the diligence that Albertans expect and deserve nothing less.